community theaters and plays jazz piano and is sometimes funny in his stand-up comedian. His purpose is to empower and uplift the hearts of mankind, inspiring this world to unconditionally love one another. He's very excited to share his love and the lessons he has learned with Oasis today. Please welcome Quinn.
Okay, I'm gonna move this out here. And I feel like I'm gonna stand up again. Hi everybody. Hi, how you doing? Good, awesome, hey buddy, hi. Thanks for having me out. Aaron invited me down. We go way back, 15 years, when we were in prison together, so it's good to see you again. Anyway, yeah, so it's good to be here. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have a little talk here about some stuff. I really love what's going on down here. This is your 5th week, and there's a good energy. There's a good energy, and there's some powerful people. Birds of a feather, folks, flock together. So, good job. Angie, are you where she go? Oh, she did here. Oh, well, good job. Give her a kiss for me. Okay, great. Starting off weird. Anyway, so we're getting a little talky here. So just by a quick raise of hand, who here knows somebody who, or somebody close or whatever, who has dementia or Alzheimer's? Anybody? A couple people, yeah? Family members? Grandparents, perhaps, yeah? Well, sometimes it's a difficult thing to talk about, so let's break some ice. How many people with dementia does it take to change a light bulb? I forget. Okay, that was bad. So, my name is Quinn Kapetanov, it's Russian. Just sneeze and say, I lived in England for a couple years and they called me cappuccino. They couldn't say it, they were like, oh, cappuccino! Great, anyway, so that's what's going on. So, I am the Life Empowerment Activities Director, a couple different titles, of the largest Alzheimer's and Dementia unit in Utah. It's located up in Bountiful. We have about 47 residents up there, and that's a lot. So we have an upstairs and a downstairs. The upstairs is lower functioning. They're mainly stuck in wheelchairs. They can't do a lot themselves. And downstairs is higher functioning. So let's talk. So, dementia. We're going to just focus on that. There's a lot of different things, a lot of different categories that you can put dementia in, but let me just briefly tell you what dementia is. So, every time we make a memory, or do something, or feel something new, our brain creates a neural pathway, a neural road, and that's a memory. We have billions of them in our brain, billions of them. So what dementia is basically plaque, the same stuff on your teeth, starts plaquing up those pathways. So that electrical signal that goes in there and sends it back to let you know, oh yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, that's how you move your arm. Oh yeah, that joke I told was awkward. You know? That gets plaqued up. So that electrical signal can't come back. So you start to forget things. You, eventually as it gets worse, you forget how to move. You forget how to talk. You forget the names of your loved ones. Now there's some other causes of this, say head injuries or tumors. Basically anything that gets in the way of your brain sending that electrical signal and it coming back, that can cause dementia, Alzheimer's. So I'm going to share with you, oh, by the way, this is my wife, Juliana. We just got married 6 days ago. I just wanted to, I know, right? Scored. I really did. Anyway, that's all right. So, some different, I've been doing this for about, I've been around it for about 9 months now. And I'm just going to share with you some of the life experiences that I've had. Because I can tell you about all the medical crap about dementia. Nobody cares about that. Nobody does. it's not about the dis-ease, the disease in their body. In fact, here's something fun that I've noticed, is that Alzheimer's and dementia is really, it's hard for everybody else around them and not the person who has it themselves. Is that fascinating? So the first lesson I want to talk about is to excite your senses. So what we do, part of my job is to keep them active, to exercise their senses. So I work there 5 days a week, and we have 5 senses: sight, touch, taste, blah, 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 blah. So what we do is every day we focus on a sense. Monday, sight, so we take them on a bus ride, and then we come back and do an art project, and things like that. Taste, we bring in Italian food so they can taste it. Smell, we bake cinnamon rolls or bread to smell that. Thursdays, we have music. We bring in live musicians, which Rocky's going to be coming up now. Discover that. Yeah, awesome. And things like that. And why we do that is because it exercises those neural pathways. So, how can this directly affect you? Well, basically, ways to counteract dementia is the ways that we exercise their senses is a great way to counteract it in your lives. So imagine somebody with this dis-ease, this neural pathway. If it's good for them, imagine what it'll do for you. So there's a program, there's a documentary that came out a few years ago. It's called Alive Inside. Anybody heard of that one, Alive Inside? Yeah? So what it is, when MP3 players first came out, they gave it to some catatonic dementia state patients. They put on headphones and they started playing, 1920s, whatever music. And these people who hadn't moved for months started moving their legs, started stamping their feet, fingers. It was incredible. So we started doing that just a few weeks ago. And the change is incredible. It did brain scans. Music excites and empowers every single part of your brain. So, if it does that to them, imagine what good music does to you. Taste. Food is exciting. Italian and Mexican food, and they really love Japanese food for some reason. I don't know why. None of them are Japanese, but they eat it and they light up. The smell of fresh bread, cinnamon rolls, you can see it light up their eyes. It's incredible. So the first lesson that I want to share of my experience to you is use your senses. Excite them. Take time to bend over and smell the roses. Take time to bake some bread. Take time to touch, to feel. Because they can't. They can't anymore. Don't take that for granted. Excite your brain. It's a beautiful lesson in living life. Lesson number 2 is service and unconditional love. So we have a lot of CNAs who work in our facility, certified nurses assistants. So these people, my friends with dementia, they can't do a lot themselves. They can't go to the bathroom by themselves. A lot of them wear diapers. A lot of them need to be showered themselves. It's been really interesting witnessing that. How you literally become an extension of that person. The Dalai Lama actually has a great quote. And I'm going to butcher it. Here we go. From the moment that we begin, we rely on human kindness. And at the end of our lives, we rely on human kindness. So how is it that in between those two times, we forget to give and rely on human kindness? Interesting. CNAs work really hard. they literally become an extension of that person. If you've ever cleaned up diarrhea from your kids or maybe a sick spouse, you understand. That's what unconditional love is. And that's what these people have taught me, is that you literally can experience unconditional love. You give them a shower, you clean them up, you hand them a flower, and you can see into their eyes, directly into their soul, that you empowered them, that you literally became a part of them to assist them in their human experience. So imagine what that means for you to do to somebody else in your life. Assist them. Show unconditional love. Somebody who up here says, oh, you know, they're sick, they're crazy, they're messed up. Screw that. It's unconditional love. That's something incredible that I've learned there. Is to stare into their eyes and witness the beauty of the human soul that transcends this flesh suit that we wear, that ends up being diseased. Lesson number 3 is don't fight, but dance. For this one, you're going to need a partner. Look to your right and left. These two are perfect. Will you join him down there? Yeah? Okay. Yeah, go on down. Yeah, that's right. So, it's a little fun exercise, everybody. We're going to do it. Just find somebody, if you don't, be the third person. So, turn to your person on your right or your left. And then put your hand up against them. Do it. We're going to touch. Don't make it weird. We're going to do it. Okay. So, you made it weird. Okay. One of you has dementia, and one of you doesn't. So you get to decide that right now. Great, good job. Okay, so the person with dementia, they need their medication. They need it. We know that. If they don't take it, you know, their blood pressure is going to go down, or they're going to have violent psychosomatic episodes, and blah, blah, blah. So that's the person. So, and then the other person is their caregiver. You got to give them medication. So, person with dementia, you are going to say no, and you're going to push as hard as you can. And the other person says, no, you need to take your medication, and you need to push as hard as you can. Okay? You get that? On the count of 3, do that. 1, 2, 3, go! Come on, they need the medication. They need it. They really need the medication. But they don't want it. No, I don't want the medication. Okay, you can stop. You're scaring me. Okay. So, that's perfect. So, did you get anywhere with that one? Did that work at all? No? You really just had a lot of tension, didn't you? Okay, so we'll try this again. Put your hands up against each other again. Okay? Now, say those same things, but instead of pushing against, caretaker, start moving their hands. Okay? Try that on 3. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, you can stop. So, okay. So don't fight. Dance. See that? You were dancing there for a second. That was beautiful. Here's the lesson that I've learned in there. So a lot of them, but we can't force them to do anything. We can't. I mean, they're their own person still. So a beautiful lesson that I've learned is that, here you go, a direct reflection of your life. If you fight against somebody, you're getting nowhere. Now, as a caretaker, or somebody who is trying to assist the other person, you start influencing them, you start inspiring, you start empowering them, start doing a different way. You're not fighting anymore. You end up dancing. Everybody loves to dance. Instead of pushing, you compromise. Say, okay, well, how about we go outside for a second? Okay. Oh, hey, you know what? These flowers are beautiful. Oh, they are. You know, that's a really healthy flower. You want to be healthy? Like this flower? Yeah, I do. Well, here, this medication will help you do that. Oh, awesome. Boom. Done. Instead of, you gotta take your medication, Mom. Mom, you know that's right. How will that affect you in your life? How many people do you fight against to get your opinion on them? What you know is right, instead of compromising, instead of assisting, dancing. Beautiful. So, all these things are great ways to prevent, if you will. Great ways to prevent. Direct reflections of things that I've learned, that I've used in my life that have been incredible. This last one is by far the most important. And a lot of studies, I'll show you bibliography if you want later. A lot of studies have shown that this is the most important and greatest thing you can do to prevent your mind from going bad, and it's not Sudoku, okay? It's not. I don't even get how that game works. It is magic to me. So, what it is, 98% of people who have healthier, stronger minds in their old age. You want to know what it is? It blew me away. Real, authentic relationships. Real, authentic relationships. That's what keeps the brain healthy. By not just doing your motions and hiding behind your walls, not having an open heart, but instead really connecting with somebody. Having that deep, open love. That blew me away. That's an actual study that happened. You want to have a healthy brain? You want to have a happier life? Well, there you go. There's your science for it. You want the spiritual side of it? I'll give that to you too. I know that's true. The greatest thing that I know that has created happiness in my life is real, authentic relationships. A vulnerable, open relationship. There's a saying in the dementia world that the memories are first in, last out. So the first memories that you make as a child end up being the last ones that leave. So a lot of them say, I want to go home, you know, and they're referring to their childhood home. A lot of them talk about fights they got in with at school the other day when they were 7 years old. So, now I'm not saying it's too late, but when you plant that seed to your children, that real, authentic relationship, that is the first memory that they make, first neural pathway. Therefore, it has 50, 60, 70 years to grow and be strong. It's not too late. No matter what age you are, create that. And you will be powerful. So, those are the lessons that I learned. I've had an incredible experience working with my friends. They've taught me how to truly experience my senses. They've taught me how to truly serve and have unconditional love no matter what. And most importantly, they taught me about real, authentic connection and how important that is, not only to the human soul, but to the human body. Didn't think I was going to be that deep about dementia, did you? Well, There you go. Dementia it hardly affects you, the person who has it. They're just a little kid. Somebody parked on the fire lane?
No, the person that's not so.
Okay. Well, how exciting. There you go. That's it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it affects everybody around them, not the person who has it. The person who has it is just a child. They become a child again. They really do. And it affects everybody else around them who has it. So, my friends, I love this group. It's a powerful thing, and I'm so excited for it to grow. I guarantee you, and I give you my word, that if you implement those things that I've learned through these patients, how your life will change. I love you. Thank you for listening to me. That is all. Thank you very much.